Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Paluso, the Chief Energy Officer of Tribal Truth, which is a national women's empowerment organization, and we put on live gatherings in 4 different cities, and we have an internet presence as well. And what we like to say is that we put a tribe behind women's dreams. So today I want to talk to you in particular about feminine leadership. I say this all the time. The Dalai Lama is the one who said that the Western women are the ones who are going to make the biggest impact right now. We're going to really change the world. And in order to do that, right now on the planet, there's something going on. As you can see, there's systems breaking down, and we're seeing these environmental crises, right? And it's about us stepping into our leadership. That's how we're going to make a difference. And it's really the women entrepreneurs, because we're conscious and we're heart-centered and we like to give and we're generous. And that's why the Dalai Lama said that. He's looking for us. He's looking for you. So I just want to talk to you briefly about feminine leadership and how you can start using some of these things that I personally have experienced for myself, and have people start really getting behind your dream. Have your tribe start to show up and be attracted to what you're up to. Because if you're watching this and you're part of this soul-filled cafe, guaranteed you probably want to make a difference on the planet. You probably have a mission and a vision and something that you want to put out there into the world. You have a gift that you want to share. So the first thing around feminine leadership that I found in leading my own tribe is my authenticity and vulnerability. I do a weekly video called Truth Telling Tuesdays, where I basically share whatever's going on for me and the lessons that I might be getting. So here's how you can apply this to your life, is look at an incident where you might be a little embarrassed to share about it. This might be a breakdown that you've had. For me recently, it's been my breakup. My boyfriend came home a couple Thursdays ago and told me it was over. Now, we were really trying to decide if we were going to take that next step towards marriage, and apparently that was not what was in the cards. So I was having so much pain, and instead of me going MIA, I put it on video and I shared. And not only did I share about my pain and being vulnerable, but I also shared what the breakthroughs were and the lessons so that other people can learn from this. And I've gotten so much feedback from this because people were, one, excited to be able to support me and send this outpouring of support, but they were also able to see how they might apply it for their own life. So here's what I want you to do for the first exercise. I want you to think of an incident recently where you've had a breakdown. And I want you to write that down. And then what I want you to write down are what are some of the lessons that you learned from that. So you can pause this video right now and go ahead and do that, because right now it's about taking inspired, imperfect action. Okay, so now that you have that written down, I want you to see how you might be able to share this. So I want you to pick 3 people in your life who you can go today or tomorrow and share this experience with them. Here's what this is going to provide for you. 1, it's going to provide a connection with this other person. Well, that's going to open up your heart and allow someone to enter in your heart space. And they're going to feel more connected and more bonded to you. And now it's about allowing contribution. Allow whatever that they want to do to support you. Perhaps they want to give you a hug or tell you their experience or something that's happened in their life. So you've created an open space, a safe space for them to share. And they also might give some advice. And so just be open. But really it's about you starting to practice sharing these things with the people in your life. And as you start to share with just a couple people, then start to expand that. And maybe you can even start doing a video. The second thing is around owning your worth. Yes, this is one thing that women struggle with the most, and why most women have a hard time stepping into their leadership. It's because they don't think that they're worth it. And you might have felt this, where you didn't really own your value. You didn't think what you had to say mattered, or what you wanted to do would make a difference. But it's time to put that away, put that aside, put down your shield, and to just love yourself, every single part of you. So 2 things I want you to do here. One is write down your top 10 attributes. What are the things that make you so special? The second thing I want you to do is I want you to list all of the jobs, all of the education you've had, and how much money you either made at a job or you spent for your school. I want you to add those numbers up. And this is going to actually show you how much you're worth. And add up all of those years, right? So if you're 30 years old, you've been working since you were 20, add up every single year's income. It's probably a lot of money. So if you're thinking that you're not worth much, go back and look at that. And then all that education. So some of us have spent $30, $40, $50, $100,000 on our education. Well, that's part of your self-worth. And so it's to start looking at how much you are worth, how much you could start charging. It's a really cool exercise that I did that made a huge difference for me. And then to just start celebrating yourself. So looking at the mirror, looking yourself in the eye, smiling at yourself, telling yourself you love you. It's a really, really cool experience where you could start to love yourself and radiate that love, and that will start to boost your confidence. The third thing around feminine leadership is to actually talk about the feminine part, right? So many of us who come from a corporate background like myself, we tend to sometimes be a little masculine. But here's how we can start moving into our feminine. It's okay to have both. It's okay to be masculine sometimes. I mean, we need it for structure, for accountability, to get results, to get things done. We need that masculine energy sometimes. But then the feminine is to allow things to flow, to get that you are divinely guided, that the universe has your back, and then to start filling up your cup. I like to think of myself as a vessel. When I'm filled all the way, and then I can outpour, and that's how I can give to others. So instead of sometimes we give, but we have nothing left to give because our tanks are empty, start looking at how you can get your tanks filled. So what is going to make you feel good about yourself and take care of yourself? It might be getting a weekly massage. That's what I started doing. Making sure you exercise, making sure you get enough sleep, making sure you take a bath, making sure that you have quality time with friends, maybe your meditation. So write down all the things that you do for self-love and for self-care. And then I want you to take a look at that list and check off the ones that you're not doing. And I want you to make a promise to yourself to take on at least 3 of those things that you're not doing this right now. Because guaranteed, that is what is going to fill up your tanks, and you're going to have more energy, you're going to be more confident, you're going to love yourself more, and you're going to have so much more to give. And right now, girlfriend, we need you. We need your gifts. Remember, the Dalai Lama said it. We need you to step into your feminine leadership. So let's play, let's comment. I want to hear about your results. How was this for you? What did you learn about yourself from these experiences that I guided you through today? And be sure to check out tribal-truth.com and subscribe to the newsletter so you could get my Truth Telling Tuesday videos. I think you'll like them. Most people do. And thank you for joining me on Soil Filled Cafe today.